Hello, welcome to Black Friday with Brittany Kennedy. Today is August 7th, 2020, and I am super excited about this month. I'm not exactly sure why, but I know I feel revitalized. And I'm thinking it's because we had that lovely full moon this past week. I don't know, what was it, like 2 days ago? Anywho, all I know is I was laying in bed and I could see it shining through. So I opened the blinds and it's all hocus pocus looking with like clouds kind of going over it a little bit, but you could completely see its lovely, bright, shining illumination. And I'm a witch if you guys haven't noticed already. So I really, really get into the energy of a new moon, full moon, new months. It's just a great way to start out everything new. I think with COVID-19 and everything that's been going on for 2020, 2020 has pretty much, I think, for all intents and purposes, kicked everyone's ass. And I don't know, I hope you're hanging in there. I'm hanging in there. I'm actually feeling pretty great despite all of the circumstances. But anywho, back to Black Friday with Brittany Kennedy. This is a space where I like to talk about socioeconomic issues in the Black community that are too taboo to talk about. I like to talk about them. My thought process is that I will help create awareness, and with that awareness, we will also create solutions. It's very important to create solutions. It is not very beneficial to just create awareness with no solutions about the problems that we have going on. So this is what this space is all about. And I hope you guys are tuning in. I hope you guys are absorbing this information and sharing it. From what I see on my end, you guys are, and I love it. I just recently hit 100 subscribers, and I know that it's not a lot of subscribers in the grand scheme of the YouTubers, but for me, I feel like it's pretty damn good. This is not a feel-good channel. This is not where you come to work out your body. Well, your mind, body, and spirit, yes, but it's not where you learn about how to do your hair and all these lovely kind of different styles. So it's not a topic that is broadly exciting for people. And so I'm very excited that I actually have 100 followers now, or 100 subscribers. I've got a lot of people sharing this channel amongst the Facebook groups that I'm in. The commentary is amazing. The engagement is lovely. And I'm really, really stoked and excited about it. I actually feel like I'm making a difference with these. And I think that's really the most important thing here, is that what we put out into the universe actually makes a difference. I think that's our life purpose. So last week, actually, before I go into that, I like to feature businesses, Black-owned businesses, because we need to bring our money back into our pocket. I don't know if you guys know, but the dollar circulates in the Black community like 6 hours. Meaning, when you get a dollar, it's only in your hand for about 6 hours, maybe, before it goes over to the next community or next race. Now, in other communities, like the Asian community, it stays in their community for about 21 days. That's a lot. So it shows that basically we don't have enough Black businesses to keep our money in our own communities. So I needed deodorant recently. Everybody purchases a deodorant. And instead of getting secret and stuff, I was like, dang, I'm really sick and tired of, supporting these businesses that do not support me. And I looked up Black-owned deodorant businesses or companies, and I found 4 that look pretty good. I haven't gotten the opportunity to try them yet, but hopefully very soon I will. I had to just buy the deodorant on the spot. But anyhow, so I am a nudist. I like their packaging. It's simple, clean, speaks to deodorant, right? Simple, clean. Then we've got here Gin Essence. They're very commercially. And then we've got Ioba. They look really cool. Ioba is a natural deodorant, and I don't know, the way they package it, what did they say? I think it was like handmade or something. I don't know, but you've got lavender and rose, ylang ylang and jasmine, sage and lavender. I would be all over that. And then unscented. And then you've got another thing called Play Pits, which looks really fun. So check those out. I will put the link to where you can find these deodorants below, so you can just drop down in the click comment area section and find those. So moving on, Last week I posted, oh, and also I do tarot readings, so if you guys are interested in getting an Egyptian tarot reading done, I am happy to do so. I have done lots and lots of readings, even though I'm in my early stages of my journey. I've only been reading for about a year now, but everybody has been happy with them. Very accurate, so I'm here. You can, actually, I'll put my email address below so that you can reach out to me. Now, down to real business. So, last week I posted a video and it was called Focusing on Systematic Oppression Instead of Creating Solutions Hinders the Black Community. And I think I got some really good responses about that. I always kind of prepare myself for backlash, which pretty much always comes. And of course it did. I got the backlash. And the backlash pretty much was like, well, we can do both. We can talk and chew gum at the same time, or walk and chew gum at the same time is what I got. And honestly, a lot of our people can't walk and chew gum at the same time, because the majority of people, whenever I pose a problem in the community, and I'm looking for solutions, I'm asking them, what do you think? What should we do? How do we solve this? The majority of people deflect to the fact that systematic racism and oppression has existed for over 400 years, and look at what they've done to us. And basically what I'm trying to say is about 90% of you complain about the problem without offering solutions, and only about 10% actually offer, 10 to 15%. I'm going to be generous and say 20% actually offer solutions. And these are in platforms where I'm getting at least like 500 comments per group, and I probably post in about, I don't know, 5-6 different groups. Now, not all of them is about 500 comments. Some of them are about 100, 300, but at best, average, oftentimes, about 500 comments. So I think that's kind of a lot of people, and I know that's only a small corner of the globe. It's not a mass idea, but I'm just thinking, if this is this corner and this is the percentage, then let's just multiply that. And what would we get? I don't know. Anywho. Another thing that people said was it's part of the healing, and I do get that. Talking about what has been done to us is very important. I do not want other people to think that I do not think that talking about what's being done to us is important or is not important, especially if it is something, and it is something, that is happening right now, and it is happening right now. The only thing that I have a problem with is complaining about problems without offering solutions. That to me is counterproductive. I don't understand it. If I'm going to complain, I am also going to offer a solution. Even if it's not the greatest solution or whatever, I'm going to offer something. I cannot just complain about something in society that I see without offering a way to fix that problem. I don't know, to me that's just, I know, some people are just complainers. You're going to have that, you're going to get that. But I did have quite a few people agree with my perspective, which was refreshing and nice, actually. So this lovely gentleman kind of wrapped it up for me, and it kind of brought me into today's topic. Let's see, I'm obviously missing stuff now. Maybe because I decided to revamp. Anywho, where are we here? This is what he said. Plan and execute. We can't create the past. Can't sit there trying to explain to people, look what you did to me. They don't care. History books are everywhere. Some black people want to guilt them into caring. Hasn't worked. Plus, we are strong adults who can handle just about anything. Look up the Africa Project. We do it quietly, diligently, and effectively. And I felt that. I felt that in my bones. I felt that in my soul and my spirit. And it was like an aha moment when it came to understanding, or at least I think I may understand a little bit more about this whole idea of complaining. It's like, I just want to be heard. I just need to be heard, right? Regarding everything that's happened to us. And my thinking is that we are trying to petition our way to fix racism. I don't think it's so much about creating solutions, because if it was just about creating solutions, we would be a little bit more proactive about creating solutions. I think what it is that we're actually trying to get them to change. And realizing that, it was like, whoa, this is a big problem to me, because it's kind of like that religious person that comes in and they're like, but you're sinning though. you need to understand that you're sinning. But the sinner isn't ready to change their ways, and they may never be ready to change their ways. And so they just listen to you, and then they keep on doing what the hell they're doing. To me, that's racism. We're like, but look at what you did to us. Look at what you're doing to us, to our families, to our children, to our sons, to our daughters. And yet they're like, okay. And they don't give a flying fuck at all. At all. So why are we wasting so much of our time and energy? Are we? I think we are. But I'll have to ask you guys, are we spending our energy when we're talking about complaining? Is that actually in attempts to be heard so that they can actually change their behavior? Because recently I've heard a lot about reparations. They should give us reparations. Right. They just barely gave us Juneteenth as an official holiday, like a paid holiday. They give us Martin Luther King Day, but then they also take it out of your paid holiday time. It's not like given automatically. In a lot of companies, so I've heard, when this whole Juneteenth situation came around this year. And yet, you're sitting here thinking about getting reparations. They're not trying to give you reparations. Matter of fact, they actually are apparently trying to give us reparations. Some state, I don't remember which state it was, commented about it, and they said that what they should do, what they're planning on doing, was funneling a certain amount of money, like millions or whatever, into the black community to fix it, to help build it up. And I was like, it sounds like gentrification. Aren't you already doing that? We don't want that. We don't need that. We need you to give us money so that we can make up the ground that you have already taken from us. Because you've got years on. According to statistics, it will take us 2 centuries to close the economic gap between whites and blacks. 2 centuries. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. So every white person, if you think about race, running, I used to run track, I'm a runner. If you think about 2 people being in the box, and I know it's like a meme that I've seen out there, the white person and the black person, and they're going to take off, well, guess what's going to happen? Or guess what's happening? The white person basically has 200 years ahead of you in that race. Bruh, that person is like so ahead of you that by the time that the person that they're actually running against is like not even born yet. Because nobody lives to be 200 years. So, honestly, we are so far behind that reparations in terms of helping our community, building our community, it's going to help us for sure. But overall, I think it also more importantly helps you, because what you're going to do, white people, is you're going to decide that we need more Starbucks and that we need more corporations and that we need more lofts and more condos. And granted, we love lofts and condos, but then you're going to jack the prices up so high that nobody's going to be able to afford them. And so all the white people are going to come in and all the black people are going to have to go further out. And eventually there's going to be no place for us to go except for back to Africa, which is really what you probably want anyways. But then who'll do your labor? Oh yeah, that's right, you've got the Hispanics and the Asians left. I don't know. I feel like I just dropped like a lot of facts. I feel like I just heard like truth, boom. But anyhow, honestly, I think that I have a better understanding, and you guys can please comment, share this video, like, subscribe, please, because I really want to hear from you guys. I want to understand, are we actually complaining oftentimes without offering solutions because we want them to like change, we want them to stop? And granted, of course we want them to stop, I get that, but to actually seek that as the actual goal, to me, is naive. And that is the best way that I could put it, because everything else in my head was like, no, it didn't sound good at all. It sounded really bad. It's naive, guys. They're not going to change. They don't want to change. Granted, we have allegedly some of them out there who have had extreme changes of heart regarding their hatred and racism and their evil ways towards black people. But the majority of them aren't going to change. They don't want to change. It's not in their genetic makeup to change. It's not in their mental capacity to change. It's not in their heart to change. Unless by some great, great miracle, the universe provides them with a different spirit, a renewed spirit, a healed spirit. So let's stop focusing so much on changing their mentalities and their ways towards us, because that's not going to happen. We need to focus more about our defense. We need to focus more about how to be strategic, how to build better. Right now, I think at the rate that we're going, we're actually in a pretty damn good position. Believe it or not, we're in a great position to actually overthrow their superiority. Why? Because what we've been doing while they've been trying to hold us down so much is make babies. Seriously. Like more than what they were making. So much more that we are now eventually going to be in a position where we have more than them, that we are the majority. So it would make sense if we build our communities and build our children and heal ourselves and get ourselves in line and position to make sure that when that happens, that we actually have ground. We've got Black businesses built. We've got strength in our numbers. We've got unity. We've got togetherness. We've got communities. I posed a question last week and I said, and I'm going to make a video about this, if each one of us just decided that we wanted to focus on one thing in the community, only one thing that we wanted to better, that raises automatically the vibration of the Black community. What do you think our communities look like if everybody, every Black person, just chose one thing that they didn't like? I want to beautify my community. I want to plant a garden. I want to stop gun violence in my community. I want to have better schools. I want to have better funding for my schools. I want local legislation to be Black representation there. Can you imagine what our communities would look like if even just in our immediate area? It doesn't even have to necessarily be community in terms of outside your house. What if you just focused on one thing, and you should obviously already be focusing on many things in your home that need to be, in order. I know I am. Whatever former generational stuff, whatever things that I don't want to pass on that didn't suit the former generation, I want to change those things. So we should already be focusing on our homes. And if the community is just too broad for you and you're like, look, I've got my hands full here, because some of us really have our hands full in the household, then focus there. Focus there. Make that your area of focus, because that person is going to touch another person, and it goes further and further. So that's my 2 cents. That's what I think. I think it's more than 2 cents there. But anyhow, please like this lovely video, share it, subscribe to it. Thank you all, my lovely subscribers, those that have tuned in just for this one video or whatever. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you share it. I hope you, give me feedback. Let me know, like, look, I think this should be done better, or maybe you could do this, or talk about this, or whatever. I love to have feedback, constructive criticism. I don't need to hear about how you don't like my pink lips, or how you don't like my makeup, or how it's too much makeup, or how my hair looks, whatever. I really don't care about that part of your opinions, honestly. They're like assholes. You can keep them to yourself. But I want to hear your feedback. Like, I don't know, maybe you would rather hear a different topic, or maybe you would rather a guest, or maybe you would like to say something, or whatever. Bring me here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really, really appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. It's like a whole little thing there. Ciao. Have a good week.